morning becomes slightly difficult in this lockdown period. But thank you very much for joining. So today we have a session with which we have said as meeting our experts. So my expert today is Captain Nitin Joshi. Captain
Hello.
Nitin Joshi has more than 20 years of work experience in varied areas like Indian Army, education, and hospitality sector. In all these work places, training has been an integral part of his work. He realized that irrespective of the work area, there are few basics of training which remains the same everywhere. Communication skills, public speaking, leadership, business communication, presentation skills, grooming, team building, whatever you name, and Nitin is there for you. He has conducted trainings in various corporates and colleges. Nitin has hands-on style of training that involves participation of the audience and activities. And today he has a challenge of online, but I'm sure that he's going to make it more interesting for all of us.
Yeah.
Over there, as a quickly about the qualifications about if you want to know about Nitin, he has done his diploma in hotel management from Rizvi College, Mumbai, post-graduated in defense and strategic studies from Pune University, NLP practitioner certified by American Board of Neuro Linguistic Programming, certified trainer and certified basic career counselor as well. So over to you, Nitin. Thank you very much for giving your time for this people, and we all are very happy that you have helped us to know like what is the positive side of the lockdown. So we are over to you, Nitin. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you very much, Bhushan, and thanks to all of you who have turned up. And I understand many of you have taken time from your busy schedule to be here. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and I really look forward to sharing with you some of the positives of this lockdown situation, which I perceive from my point of view. I'm sure many of you will also have your own observations and inputs because we are all in this together. And just a few months back, till as early as maybe January or February, none of us could have thought that we will be undergoing a situation like this where we'll be locked in and a drastic change in the lifestyle. But this is what it is. It happens, and most of us have done very well to cope with this situation. So I'll be sharing with you my perspective on what the positives of this lockdown are. I'll be also sharing with you my experiences on how I have tried my best to make the best possible use of this situation. And then I would of course like to invite all of you also to please share your experiences and your inputs with all of us so that we can all benefit from that. So let me just right. So I hope you can all see my screen. So as I was saying that none of us would have thought that we would be in this kind of a situation until a few months
Nitin, you
back.
want to make it the full screen if you want?
Yes, I'm doing that. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. So as I was saying, none of us would have imagined, that there will be a time when all of us would be facing this kind of a situation, but we are. Okay. And whenever you're in any situation, the best you can do is, we have two options. Either you crib about it, or we complain about it, or we feel bad about it, or we make the best of it. And experience has shown that making the best of it is always the best option. Let me share a short story with you. It's about perspectives. It's about how you look at things. This is a story that a very good friend of mine has shared with me, that he was getting some new furniture made for his house, right? And he had this one particular kind of bed that he wanted to be made, which I'm sure many of you must have seen, and many of us must be having this. It's an extendable bed. In the daytime you can just fold it and make it into a one single bed, and then the nighttime you can pull it out from one side and extend it and make it a double bed, just to save the space. And he went to a couple of carpenters and furniture makers and asked them if they could make something like that, and most of them said that, I'm sorry sir, we have not made anything like this in the past, so we don't know how to make it, so it will be too much of an effort for us. But there was this one particular furniture maker who had his own little shop. It was not exactly very big and an impressive shop, but this one particular person, with his small little furniture making unit. And when he saw this, when he heard this idea, he said, wow, thank you for this new idea, sir. Kuch naya seekhne ko milega, kuch naya karne ko milega. Okay, same situation, but see the difference in perspective. Okay, one group of people said, sorry, we haven't done this ever before. Okay, हमने पहले कभी किया नहीं है. It will be too much of an effort for us. पैसा ज़्यादा लगेगा, time ज़्यादा लगेगा. And here is a man who has also never done that kind of a thing before in life. never made that kind of a piece of furniture before in life, but his perspective is not I will have to do something new, but I will get to do something new. I will learn to do something new. Okay, perspective. Needless to say, my friend gave the order to that person, and he delivered a very good, the bed as per what my friend needed. So this is just to highlight the importance of a perspective. You know, it's been 4 months for the lockdown now, and the way things are going, it looks like we are going to have short lockdowns even in the coming times. Maybe not an extended lockdown for 2 or 3 weeks, but short 1 week or 10 days of lockdowns. They are going to be here to stay till we hear the last of the coronavirus. But till then, what do we do? I have to sit at home, or I'm getting a chance to sit at home. I have to take a break, or I am getting a break. Now that's what mainly I'm going to talk about, perspective. Okay, and like in any other situation in life, okay, like in any other situation in life, the only thing that we can control is ourselves, nothing else. Okay, so when we talk about the positives of the situation, it is more about the positives that we have within us. Okay, the positive or the negative is not there in the situation. The positive or negative is there within the person and the way you handle it. Okay, so let's face some facts. There is a global pandemic. Now, whether it's a real pandemic or it's a created pandemic or it's inflated by the media or it's some government conspiracy, that's a whole different story altogether. We'll not get into that. But there is a global pandemic, and every single person in the world is affected. I think for all of us, it is the very first time in our lives that we are seeing a situation where the entire world is affected. I think the last time it happened was maybe during the World War, when the entire world was affected. But now we are in a situation where the entire world is affected. Okay, every single one of us, irrespective of our nationality or which part of the world we are staying in. Okay, businesses have affected, jobs have been affected, people are losing their jobs, businesses are losing out. Okay, right from we all interact with our local grocery stores and all the other shopkeepers, and they will all have told us that their business is affected, right? Our vacation plans are affected. Many of us must have made plans that come the month of March, April, we'll have vacations, we'll go out. Affected. Personal lives are affected. I mean, I was just talking to Bhushan in the morning, and some of our very good friends whom we used to meet very frequently, haven't met them for more than 4 months now. Okay, we are just talking over the phone. So personal lives are affected. And most important thing is, there is nothing we can do about it. Plain and simple. No matter how much we hate the situation, no matter how much we want it to change, whatever, there is nothing we can do about it. Right? If there's nothing we can really do about it, what do we do? I think the best thing or the only thing to do is just accept it. Right? So like in any other situation, the only thing you can control is your own effort and your own attitude. As I said in the beginning, positivity is not about the situation. Positivity is about how you react to it or how you deal with it. Okay. So first of all, stop thinking of this as a crisis. It is not a crisis. Okay. It is a situation. Like any other situation in life, this is a situation. And if you really think about it, if you really think back, look back on your life, especially those of us who are in our 40s and 50s, who have seen, I would say, more than half of our lives already. Haven't we all gone through seemingly hopeless situations where we thought that, bas, abhi to khatam ho gaya sab kuch, nothing is going to happen now, no hope left, nothing left. But then in the end, we get out of the situation. And now in retrospect, when we look back at that particular situation or those times, we are really amazed. Yeah, it was actually nothing. We were actually making such a big deal out of it. We were making such a big fuss out of it, right? This is the same thing. If you remember the very first day when the lockdown was announced, okay, I think it was 24th of March, when in the evening the Prime Minister came on the TV and he announced that there is going to be a lockdown. Everybody's initial reaction must have been, oh my God, lockdown, 3 weeks, everything is going to be closed. How are we going to live? How are we going to survive? Today, 4 months down the line, all of us are experts on handling a lockdown. I mean, there is even a group of people who doesn't want the lockdown to end. We have started enjoying it so much. Okay, so that's life. That's how it happens. Things, we always tend to find the positives, and we always tend to find our groove, and we live through all of it. Okay, so don't worry. This too shall pass. As people say, this too shall pass. And some people like to say, maybe it passes like a kidney stone, but it will pass. So this too shall pass. Okay, this is not a crisis. This is a situation. And Because see, the thing is, if we refer to something as a crisis is a danger or a hopeless situation, something that is going to hurt you. A situation is a situation. Everything is a situation. Okay, every single moment of our life is a situation that we deal with. We only have to decide how to deal with it. Okay, we turn a situation into a crisis by not behaving appropriately in that particular situation, or by, I can say, not having the right mindset. Right mindset, the situation, the crisis becomes a situation. Wrong mindset, the situation becomes a crisis. So always keep that in mind. This is a situation like any other situation, and we have to face it exactly like that. So let me start off with listing out a few very, very obvious positives of the lockdown. Okay. As I said, I'm sure all of us must have seen and experienced these positives, right? And all of us must have seen that, yes, this is how the lockdown is positively impacting all of us. So, a few very obvious positives of the lockdown. First of all, there are fewer expenses, right? So till February or March of this year, we had a particular lifestyle, in which we were all, at least once a week, we had to go out to eat out in a restaurant or a party or a movie, or for the more adventurous amongst us, we used to go out pub hopping. And we really thought at that time that this is our lifestyle, this is how we want to live, and let us spend some money and enjoy. And if at that time somebody told you that, listen, for the next few months, you're not going to be able to do these things. No shopping, no Phoenix Mall, no PVR, no movies, nothing, for a moment we would have thought, Arey, kaise hoga? But then here we are, 4 months down the line, not only surviving, but doing very well, and fewer expenses. All of us, I'm sure, must be observing this in our bank balance. Very, very few expenses. I mean, only the bare essentials that we need to survive. And we are doing just fine. We are doing just fine. I mean, I remember our parents and grandparents used to tell us about their childhood, that when they were small, they had no television and no internet and no all these electronic gadgets, and not even electricity, right? And how they used to live, how they used to spend all their time together playing, and we used to wonder, kaise? We are not exactly into that, but we are observing something close by, and we are doing absolutely fine. Of course, we are eating healthier because we are all eating at home, not eating outside. So we are eating healthier, and many of us, including myself, we are. In the last 4 months, I have picked up, or I would say, improved my culinary skills under the supervision of my wife. I've learned to make a lot of things, and it's a very good thing. So we are eating healthier. Okay, lots of family time. Obviously, needless to say, lots of family time. In fact, so much family time that now, we must be saying, yaar, kab tak iska chehra dekho, thode din bahar jane do, on a lighter note. But yes, lots of family time. And think about it. All of us who work in the office, or even those of us who are freelancers or business owners, we all want family time, don't we? We all secretly wish that, ऐसा कुछ हो जाए कि 2 महीना 3 महीना छुट्टी मिले, और घर पे रहने को मिले, आराम करने को मिले. So here it is. Maybe this is not how you wanted it, but there you are. You have your family time. You have your, every person, or almost every person, wants a long chutti. So here's your long chutti. And I'm sure you must have really made the best of it. Okay. Otherwise, can you think of any other situation in which you will get this kind of a chutti? So here it is. Okay. Of course, reading, Netflix, and hobby. So I personally, I love to read. I love books. So I've had a chance to read and reread many books in the past. Netflix is something which I have discovered only in this lockdown. Okay. Before this lockdown, I was not very Netflix savvy, but for me personally, I have discovered Netflix, and so many movies and good documentaries which I was not finding anywhere else. I've been able to find them on Netflix.
Nitin, can I take a moment, please?
Yes, please.
Yes, for just everyone to know, Nitin himself is an author for 2 books, and during lockdown, he is almost ready with his 3rd book.
Okay.
So even all these things can be worked out. You can pursue your hobby where, in case, and Nitin very rightly said in the very start of the meeting when we were all discussing that your bucket list is something which remains in your bucket. So make sure that you remove out of the bucket. So, okay.
Exactly.
Thanks, Nitin.
Thank you, Bhushan. So yes, pursuing a hobby. So yes, as Bhushan just brought out that Pursuing a hobby is something you can do. What is a hobby? A hobby is not something that you do in your free time. A hobby is something for which you free your time, no matter how busy you are. Okay. And as Bhushan told you that I have already written 2 books and I'm working on my one more book. And yes, I've been able to make very good use of this time, because what happens is, when you have a lot of time, okay, when you get a lot of time, when you are not busy in your work, you have a time to gather your thoughts and organize your thoughts. Something that we will be looking at shortly when we go down. Normally, in our normal humdrum of things, on a normal work routine, whether you're a student or a working professional or a business owner or whatever it is that you do, you're so busy with your everyday work that you really don't have time to observe your thoughts and organize your thoughts. You know what I mean? uh, a typical human being has something in the range of 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day, and a lot of these thoughts, a lot of these ideas, a lot of these things that we want to do, we just go with the flow. But when you get time to think, sit and reflect, this is a time that you are really able to do what I call an audit of your thoughts, an audit of your ideas, everything that is there in your mind. And after this, you're in a much better position to take a good decision about everything, about our goals, about our long-term plans, about our thoughts, about what we really want to achieve. So yes, and this has been, at least for me and some of the people I know, this has been a very good time in which we have been able to rework our goals and rework our plans on how to achieve our goals. Okay. Of course, I mentioned cooking skills. That's one of the hobbies for me personally. It's been like now I can cook good enough to survive. I may not be able to become master chef, but yes, I'm a good enough, self-sustaining kind of a cook. So that's one thing which has really benefited me during this lockdown. Of course, happier pets. Those of us who have pets at home will know that your pets really want you, want your attention, and want you to be around. And when we go to the office and come back in the evening, we are tired, and they are there waiting for you. But now the pets are happier, and you know uh, those of us who have pets, pet owner, I used to have pets, not anymore, but yes, they are like a part of our family. So when I say family time, it is even time for those little pets. Okay. Spring cleaning, very very important. It's very important for us to declutter our place and our lives and our homes every once in a while. And one of the things that I've been able to achieve at home has been very slow and systematic spring cleaning of all the rooms. Got rid of so many things which, again, over a period of time, we accumulate so many things which just keep lying in one corner of our house, thinking that one day we might need them. And the next thing we know is the thing has been lying there for like 10 years without any use. So this is one of the things that you can make use of, to declutter your house and your workplace. Spring cleaning is very important. And believe me, decluttering is something very, very important. At the end of it, you feel so good. You feel that you have so much place. And okay, gardening skills, again, one of the hobbies. I have not been able to exactly master this, but yes, having some time, little bit, thoda thoda yahan wahan, but I'll get there. Obviously, a healthier lifestyle, because we are not going out. We are not, we are getting enough sleep. We are getting enough sleep. In fact, we are getting more than enough sleep. So many of us are getting more than enough sleep. So all our backlog of sleep, I mean, so many of us must have spent so many afternoons in the office feeling sleepy, and oh, I wish I had not done that late night, last evening, and I should have slept on time, and I wish I had some more time to sleep. So here we are. So we are getting enough sleep, we are getting time to exercise, and we are eating at home. So much healthier lifestyle. I'm sure at the end of this uh, situation, we'll all find ourselves much healthier, not just physically, but even mentally. Okay. Of course, no outing means no bar and restaurant bills. So the very first point that I made, fewer expenses. So that's obviously a happy pocket means a happy person, a happy mind. So a heavy pocket. And but the best part about this is that we know that we can survive without these things now. Okay. We know that we don't really need these things to socialize. So, right. Some more positives: less pollution. So less driving means less pollution. Okay. I remember I last refilled my car in the month of March. Okay. And after that, the only time I have started it has been once or twice, when I just took it out to take it around in the society, so that it just doesn't go bad. Exercise time, I already brought this out. It's a part of our much healthier lifestyle. Time to exercise, time to start something new. I'm sure many people must have started this. Some people I know have started doing yoga. Some people have started doing Tai Chi, and time to exercise. Spirituality. Now, everybody is not spiritually inclined. I can understand that. But for those of us who are, as I said, when you get enough time, when you get enough empty time or me time, okay, lots of me time, you get a time to introspect. And it's actually something very good which we should do. So if you have done this, I would say you have made very, very excellent use of your time. So if you're spiritually inclined, or for that matter, even if you're not spiritually inclined, spirituality is not just about, what people do in their old age, or spirituality is not just what people do when they are renounce the world and leave everything and go to stay in the Himalayas. Spirituality is something, it can be very practical. Spirituality is something it is basically self-awareness, knowing yourself. So I told you in the beginning, we get this time to organize our thoughts and check on our thoughts and check on our priorities. So it's a very good thing to get to know yourself, so that's all spirituality is all about. It's nothing to do with any fancy, rituals, or, leaving your home and going to stay in some ashram or something like that. Spirituality at its very base is just getting to know yourself. And this is a very good time to do that. So when I say getting to know yourself, most importantly, what is it that makes you happy? What is it that you want to pursue? What is it that you have observed and learned from this situation? Okay, what will make you happy in the long run? What do you really want to achieve? What is it that you're aspiring for? Okay, now that you have the time, just, I would suggest, write down all these things in a journal. Just write them down, take your time. It will not happen in one sitting, but just write. You'll understand yourself. That is what spirituality is all about. And so those are the last 3 points: spirituality, me time, and chance to review your life. So whatever life you have been living till now, how do I want to go ahead from here? Do I want to continue like this? Do I want to make a change? If you really want to make that change in your life, if you are looking to make that change from job to entrepreneurship, or start something new, or change your business, this is the time when things have already come to a slowdown. Things have already, in many cases, come to a standstill because of the whole situation. You want to make a new start, here is your time to restart. But first, review everything that you have been doing till now, and then you go ahead. So this is the perfect opportunity for that, right? And the biggest one is, of course, we get a chance to get our priorities straight. The coronavirus, we should be very, very thankful, has reminded us of what our priorities in life should be. As Mr. Ratan Tata has said, that this is the year of survival. So just be happy to survive. By the end of this situation, if you have survived, and if you have been healthy, and if there's been nothing wrong with you, and if you've done perfectly, I think we should be thankful for that. And that's the most basic priority, isn't it? We run after so many things in life. I want this, I want that, and I'll be happy with this, I'll be happy with that. And now we are just happy to survive, and we are just happy to be healthy. And that's what happens in our humdrum of everyday life, running around after so many things. We forget these basics. We forget the importance of just being healthy. We forget the importance of just surviving. And a situation like this actually then reminds you, this is something same like, there is this true story of a plane that crashed in the Alps mountains, and there was a whole lot of people traveling in that plane. And it was the peak of winter. There was snow all around and sub-zero temperatures, and people were in the danger of freezing to death. And then, to keep themselves warm, there was this one person who had a suitcase full of, or I think a bag full of money, and something to the tune of millions of dollars, and they burnt all that money to keep themselves warm. Now, in normal course, you wouldn't think of anyone burning millions of dollars, but here the priority is very clear: survival, to live, and just to be happy. As we say, take pleasure in the small things of life. I think this has been the perfect occasion to take pleasure in the small things of life. On an afternoon post lunch, just being able to relax in your room, with a cup of coffee, sitting with your legs up on the table. And these are small things in life, but they are so important. And because now we are experiencing them and appreciating them, okay, the very fact that you can go to sleep in the night without putting an alarm and get up whenever you feel like getting up, in normal day-to-day life, whether you are a student or a working professional, you don't get these things. But this is So we have started appreciating these small things in life, and we have got our priorities straight, where exactly our happiness lies. Okay, this is not to suggest that we shouldn't aspire to big things in life. Of course we should, but first we should learn to be happy without them. Okay, if you cannot be happy without the small things in life, then you cannot be happy. Sorry, if you cannot be happy without all the big things in life, you cannot be happy with them, right? So it's only when you learn to cherish these small things and small pleasures of life, small everyday pleasures of life, that you can enjoy the big things. And I think this situation has taught us the importance of these small pleasures of life. So this is, I think, if I have to name one biggest gain or one biggest positive from the whole situation, it is going to be this, without any doubt. And I've learned to appreciate the small things in life, right? So what do we do? How do we go about it? Yes.
Nitin, can we just have interactions? People have started writing what they have done during this lockdown.
Yes. Okay,
so
sorry.
Can I request members, they can just now start their audio. We'll give like couple of minutes, and we quickly just to go ahead and tell now. Anjali, Pranali, all of you have written over there. So let's we also see you, because we also want to hear from your end as well. And we see that what you have done in last 4 months in the lockdown. So let's hear from them. So maybe you can just raise your hands, or maybe just start the shoot. We go one by one.
Yeah.
Anjali, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Bhushan.
Yes.
Yes. I was so glad to hear some of the positives which Nitin mentioned, because I experienced these. Reviewing life is one big thing. I have been learning, exploring. I'm into writing actually, technical content writing. I've been reviewing what I've been doing and whether I want to continue doing it, or I want to make any changes in what I write and what kind of changes I want. Totally enjoying the me time. And as Nitin mentioned, my cat is thrilled to have all three of us at home. Absolutely, she's enjoying. And she is a lifesaver for all three of us.
Thanks, Anjali. Thanks for this. Thank you so much. So, anybody else who want to say something about what you have done?
Yeah.
We have seen your answers. Yeah, Daman sir, please, sir.
Yeah.
Sure, sir.
Just a minute.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
now we can hear you.
Bhushan, first of all, thank to you for arranging such lovely morning time using Saturday. And thanks to Captain Nitin for beautifully unlocking the locking time so well. I could do 3 things particularly. I first did all the 5S at home. Could you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Hello? Yeah. Actually, I did the 5S things, starting from my cupboards and everything, bookshelf, rearrange everything, and getting rid of what you rightly said, lot of, uncluttered, not only the house, but my mind also in the process. That was a good thing. And second thing I did was a lot of old books, what I read 20, 25 years back, I started rereading them, rediscovering the more meaning out of them and better perspective. I could understand with some age, you get some maturity and outlook being different, So that was another wonderful thing that I could rediscover those books and rediscover myself in the process. And third quickly was I realized the pain areas in the kitchen, what the wife and everybody does. I started contributing, understanding few things. So quickly, these are the 2-3 things, and really rediscovering ourselves.
Thank you, Daman.
Really unlocking the locking time so beautifully. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So we have Sunita ma'am. She was there in US when this thing happened, and she's back to India now safely. So Sunita ma'am, over to you. You want to share your experience? Okay, she texted me. Sunita ma'am, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good to see you back after a long time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bhushan. Yeah, very much excited when Nitin is sharing his experiences. And see, all of you know that I had been to US to take care of my grandchildren. Um, then that was for a short term, I should say. And then everyone over there wanted me to stay back, and they had no clue how to go about it. And my son discovered that there's going to be a small group who are yoga enthusiasts. So why don't you just go and find out what they're doing? So after meeting them, I just could realize they really needed one to guide them. So I slowly started on the weekends, and then they really liked it. But then there was no other way that weekdays they used to be very busy. And March, see, I should say they were so happy. They said, yes, now we can practice yoga every day. So it so happened the morning session, and the kids said, Auntie, we want to be in the evening. So evening, the children and the grandparents used to be there, and the morning, all other working class, that is, the office goers, and now everybody's going to work from home. So I got the double bonanza of, being with them. And the whole other time during the day, I had the company of my grandkids, and they were too happy. Not just the care of a daddy, but also, I could do many activities with them, gardening, studying, reading for them, singing, whatever they wanted to, going out for a small walk and all that.
Superb,
So it
superb,
was a boon come true for me so much.
superb. Great, great,
And the
superb. This
best
was
part
like
is
great.
I'm still connected with the group, and we keep on doing yoga abhyas, on Zoom every day in the evening here, along with them.
That's the great part. Like you continue doing this. It's not only you pursuing your hobby for a couple of months, but then you continue doing it for a lifetime, so that you continue enjoying that part. Superb, Sunita ma'am. Thank you for your this experience also, and we enjoyed it. Okay.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
over to you, Nitin. Like over there, you can go ahead. Thank you. I just thought it's a small break where you can
Hey,
also
thank you.
have a fun. Yeah. Thank you.
No,
Thank you
thank you,
so
thank
much.
you. In fact, it's so good to hear, so many of our participants, so many of our friends over here who have similar kind of experiences. And as I said, these are the small things in life that you really learn to appreciate. And the biggest positives are the small things in life which we have learned to appreciate, like family time, like time with the pets, like or as Sir said, decluttering or learning to enjoy. And also, like for many of us, like as what Sunita ma'am just mentioned, doing yoga every day. Now, even now, when the situation changes, it will be easier for you to maintain that as a part of your routine. When you are already very busy, inserting something new or scheduling something new into that routine becomes difficult. But now that you have made yoga a part of your routine, even when the situation changes, I think it will be easier for you to continue with that. So that's again a great thing that happens. That okay. So thank you. So yes. So as I was saying, so let's start with this. Accept the situation which all of us have, either either out of choice or with the lack of choice. Reevaluate. Again, many of us have done that. We have reevaluated ourselves. We have reevaluated our lives, taken a relook at our priorities, okay, and replan, refocus, and relaunch. So this is all a part of, this is no rocket science. We are not, this is just relaunching yourself and relaunching your life. So to cut a long story short, now that you have time to gather your thoughts, organize your thoughts, and look at what really makes you happy. And now with the hindsight of our priorities have been set straight, it is now easy for us to think for the future. Okay, this is what I want, and this is what I want to work towards. So till now I have been spending my energy on, let's say, thing A. Now I would like to refocus and spend more energy and time on thing B. So refocus and relaunch yourself. So as I said, all the time that you had, or whatever plans that you have, or whatever it is that you find you really want to achieve, this is a time for you to, because let's understand one thing, this situation is not going to again come back to normal overnight. Okay, the kind of life that we had before March, it is going to take quite some time for that situation to end. Lockdowns are a part of our life now. Short lockdowns for maybe a week or 10 days are always going to be there. So you can look forward to having a lot of time on your hands in the near future, in at least the next few months. So this is the perfect time for you to refocus and relaunch yourself, what you really want to achieve in life. So remember, this too shall pass. So and we all know this, when things are bad, take them one day at a time. So if you think it's a bad situation, don't worry, take it one day at a time. If you think it is good, enjoy it. But as I said, the situation itself is not good or bad, it is how we react to it. So enjoy it, and enjoy it while it is there. Believe me, there will come a time when you will be so busy in your work life, you will really remember and miss this lockdown. Kya lockdown mein bahut acha tha, chutti mili thi. Okay, happens. It's just like our school days, when in our school days we really think, yaar kab khatam hoga, kab ye roz homework or school jana or punishment se chutkara milega. When it comes to an end, today we look back and we remember, yeah, those were the best days of my life. So believe me, it will happen to at least some of us. We'll remember this lockdown and we'll really wish that yaar wo ek mahina lockdown aur ho jaye. I mean, on a lighter note, it's actually a good idea to have 1 month of forced lockdown every year. I was discussing with a friend. So why don't we have 1 month of compulsory lockdown every year all over the world? It's a good thing. It's good for us, good for the environment, right? So environment has benefited a lot. We are all breathing much cleaner air now with so much less pollution. Okay. So again, the best time for self-development. I am pursuing a lot of learning courses online on LinkedIn Learning and on some other forums, so that whenever the situation changes and whenever things go back to normal or close to normal, I find myself professionally in a much better position and a much better place to go out there and deliver the best of the trainings that I can. Okay. Working on my physical fitness, I feel much fitter now. Planning for the future, and yes, as I mentioned earlier, writing a book, finding a time to write a book can really be a struggle, but thanks to this whole situation, I have been able to find the time and make good progress on writing of my book. So and that is the best thing that you can do, self-development. We normally don't get time for it in our humdrum of everyday life. This is one area which gets really ignored, whether it is me time or it is self-development. The self gets ignored a lot. So focus on the self. For whatever time you have, I would suggest spend at least 50% time on yourself. It is not about being selfish, it is about being the best of what you can be, so that you can be of help to others. Okay. So work on that idea. All of us, I'm sure, have had ideas in our mind. Somebody wanted to write a book, somebody wanted to start a new company, somebody wanted to start some new project. Okay, but then again, any new idea needs time to work on. So work on that idea. Okay, start working on it, start talking to people and start incorporating them and start doing the groundwork. This is the best time for that. Many people have done that, and if you have not done that, I suggest start doing it right now, because as I said, things are not going back to normal anytime soon. So start working on that idea. Okay. Do a SWOT analysis, very important. I'm sure we all know SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. SWOT analysis for yourself, SWOT analysis for your idea, SWOT analysis for your business, SWOT analysis for your work. Everything that you need to do a SWOT analysis, a very, very honest SWOT analysis. This is a part of reevaluating yourself and your life and your priorities. Okay. And don't be in a hurry to do that. It is not like, okay, you sit right now and in one sitting, by the end of it, I should have a very clear idea. You may need to do it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, bounce the ideas of some close and a trusted person, reevaluate, rethink, take your time, but do an honest SWOT analysis. The whole idea is be honest about it to yourself. And at the end of it, believe me, many of you will find your priorities and your plans changing. Okay, so do a SWOT analysis. This is time for a refocus. So do a SWOT analysis, very important. Okay, go spiritual. So as I said, spirituality is not about meditating and spending your time doing Om or renouncing the world and going into some ashram. Spirituality at its very basic is just knowing yourself, and take this time to know yourself. We don't have a lot of emphasis on knowing oneself, either in our education system or even otherwise. But if you are a spiritual person into meditation, fine. But even if you are not, as I said, spirituality is at its very basic. Just know yourself, know what is going to make you happy, know what is going to make you satisfied, know what you really want. Know what you really want. Because see, basically what we really want is happiness. Okay, when we talk, I want a big mansion, I want 10 cars, and I want this and I want that. Why do you want it? Because you think it's going to make you happy. So basically what we basically want is happiness. So see what is going to make you happy and work towards it. That is all that spirituality means. It is about knowing what makes you happy and being happy without it and being happy with it. So do a self analysis, do a self awareness. Okay, as I said, focus and refocus, a long term look at the life. I have, for me again, to share my experience with you, it's been a revelation, when I really sat back and I used this time to focus and refocus, that what it is that I really see myself doing in the long term and what it is that really makes me happy. It has been a revelation, and it's been, I would say, a blessing in disguise. And I'm sure a few years down the line, I'll be able to look back and see this lockdown period as a turning point in my life, because I have been able to focus and refocus, my perspective and my goals in life. Okay, revisit your goals and plans. You may need to revisit your goals and plans. You may or you may not. It is not necessary that you will have to, but at the end of all this self-awareness and SWOT analysis, you may find yourself revisiting your goals and your plans. If it happens, please do that, and do it without, you don't have to feel ashamed or hesitant in doing that. Ek plan banaya, plan change kar raha hai. It happens. Change is a part of life. Sometimes we make a plan which may not have been made with all due considerations and all due diligence, but now after all this, if you feel that you need to revise and revisit your goals and plans, please do that. It's for yourself. You're not answerable to anyone for that. So cultivate the hobby. So many of us are into different hobbies. Cultivate a hobby. As I told you some time back, a hobby is not something that you do in your free time. A hobby is something for which you free your time. Okay, it is your passion. It is a very important part of who you are. Your hobby is something that comes from the depth of your heart, resonates with who you truly are. Okay, so cultivate a hobby and build it into your schedule. Okay, it is easy for you to build your hobby into your schedule now. Again, in your normal running around of everyday life, when you really struggle to hold on to your hobby, whether it's reading, writing, painting, or whatever, we normally reserve that activity for weekends or holidays. It's not really a part of our everyday routine for most of us, but now you can build it into your routine, and now if you continue now with the flow, this hobby will become a part of your everyday routine for the rest of your life. So this is a perfect time to cultivate that hobby, because a hobby is one of the best stress busters that you can have, and the most creative thing that you can do in life. Okay, improve your online skills. So we are all going online. Most of our work is happening online. Improve your online skills. Again, to share my experience with you, the number of online sessions I've done in the last 3-4 months is more than what I have done in the last 4 years as a trainer. And a lot of new things that I have had a chance to learn, because online is going to be a part of our life forever now. So improve them. This is a chance to learn your online skills. Building long-term relations, another thing that I'm doing, getting in touch with new people, or reviving my old contacts, and build up long-term relations and associations where you just exchange your ideas with the person, and whenever the situation is conducive, you act on it, you work on it. Okay, so because see, many things in our life have changed. They have changed forever. Lockdowns are a reality for quite some time. It is going to be there. Okay, online is the new normal. So yes, online learning, those of us who are into teaching profession or training profession, we know this online is a new normal, and it's going to stay around for quite some time now. Okay, places and things have changed. Again, we used to have this hangout, this adda, which we had, a cafe in Kothurud, where whenever we had time, we used to go and hang out there. Last we learned is the place is closing down. Okay, so a nice hangout, which was a part of our lives, where we used to go and meet our friends, that place is going to close down forever. So it is for us, for our group of friends, it's a change forever. And I'm sure many of you would have experienced these kinds of changes. A popular hangout, a favorite place, that place is not going to be around anymore. That place is changed. So again, we have to accept this reality and move on. Okay, of course, awareness about the environment has gone up. Increased awareness about healthcare. So we are all, I'm sure, going to be wearing masks and using hand sanitizers for a long time to come, even when coronavirus stops being a part of the daily news. Okay, social life is impacted, as I said, and of course, mixed model of education, face-to-face versus online. So that is again a new reality. So things have changed for good, And as they say, change is a constant of life. There's nothing you can do about it. So that's from my side. Thank you. Any questions? Or, I would even love to hear more of your experiences.
Yes. So thanks. So I request now everyone that we have, as time is important. Nitin has completed exactly in 45 minutes this session, the way I had explained, like we had initiated, like, because we didn't want it to have everybody's super Saturday time, but we have completed it. So now I request everyone to please start your video, and we'll have a quick 5-10 minutes session before we wrap up this session. So quickly, can I request everyone to please start your video, because it's a time where you actually get so many seniors as well as a speaker like Nitin, who is there for us, who is giving his session, is giving his time for us. So take a valuable, whatever you want to ask to him, you can ask him whatever you want to ask, because there are a lot of students also with us today. So if you want to ask anything to Nitin, Nitin can guide you on anything about motivation, session, what do you want to speak about it, because there's a motivational speaker with us today over there. Anyone you want to ask? So I'm thankful to everyone also today for being part of this session. Kathy, you want to ask something?
Sir, I have one question.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, sir, since you specified this is the correct time to plan the future. So, if you are having any entrepreneurship plan and all, so is it the right time to implement the same thing, or we have to only plan right now?
See, I don't know what entrepreneurship or what is the kind of business that you're planning to start. But so what is it, Sharon? If you could just briefly share with us.
So actually, my plan was to do some kind of project related to digital marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. So because right now the business scenario is majority of business are not putting money on media.
Okay. Okay.
So how we can leverage this opportunity to at least build a brand for initial 2 years?
See, Sharon, I'll tell you one thing. One thing that you can definitely do right now in this present scenario is completely prepare yourself. Do your project. Make a business project for yourself. Arrange your, organize your finances and everything that you need to get going, and maybe start small. Is it a right time for you to start? I really cannot tell you whether it is the right time for you to start or not, because again, digital marketing is not my area of expertise. That you will have to take a call on, after studying the market or after doing a due diligence with your peers and, maybe your business partners, people who are working with you. But yes, definitely, to give you a general answer, online, if you're talking about digital marketing, online is definitely going to be the way ahead. Okay, digital is going to be the way ahead. And even more so. So maybe you can start small right now, start on a very small scale, and scale up as you go ahead, as you get the response from the market, or as the business keeps coming in, you can look at scaling up. So start small.
Yeah.
I would say play it safe right now. Start small, but and then scale it up as you go ahead.
Yeah. So even adding to it, is there any specific age limit or years of experience you need to be becoming an entrepreneur?
No. There is no age limit or years of experience. People become. I've known people who have not worked, not done a job even a single day in their life. The moment the day they graduated, they became entrepreneurs, and there are people who have become entrepreneurs in their 60s and 70s. So there is no age limit or anything. You just need to have the enthusiasm and belief in yourself.
Sharon, I suppose you missed the story of the Zoom founder of Zoom. So he founded this conference, the Zoom conference thing, which we are using right now at the age of 43. So when he was being pitched at the Silicon Valley, it was where everybody were at the age of 24, 25, the young buses, and he was the only one who was at the age of 40 plus. So there is no age for entrepreneurship. You can start at any time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Anybody else who want to ask something on this? Okay, Jayesh Bhai has written that, okay, he's a student, of course. Thank you, Jayesh Bhai, for joining today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There. Okay, Nitin, I suppose all of them have understood your session probably, or they don't want to ask. Okay, if you don't want to ask, or maybe you can just type it down on the chat bar. That's also fine. We can just get your questions if you want. Because
or if any one of them also wants to share their experiences with us, again, we'll all be very happy to benefit from that.
Yes, you can share your experience. Okay, I want to share my experience. Okay, Nitin.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a boon because being at office, I've almost 4 months I'm not using my office. My team members are happy because they have to work from home. They don't have to come to office. Their travel time and all are saved. So they are pretty happy with that. They are like, sir, ek kaam karo, aap office bhej dalo. Please, hum log yahan se kaam karte hain. So they are more than happy with this. That's over there. Also, I would say I have made one thing for sure, that every day you get so many free webinar links. Okay, every day you get over there because of the lockdown. Okay, but I have made one resolution that every day I will at least attend one session. It could be anything. Okay, it could be on data science or something which even I don't know about it. Okay, maybe from different field also. But I've made sure that I'll attend it because it becomes easy for me to know more of the knowledge, because it's for free right now. Who would give all this such big day? Like I attended a couple of sessions which were on data science over there. Who would give me this such a valuable and informational session for free? Why would I would take an opportunity for it? So as the way you said, we have to look at the perspective, and I'm looking as an opportunity right now, and I'm trying to get all the free things whatever available with me, with the free whatever knowledge I can gain. जो बटोर सकता हूँ सब बटोर रहा हूँ.
बिल्कुल बटोर लो.
So that's why even I'm saying all of you, Nitin है जितना खींच सकते हो नितिन से पूछ लो. पूछना हो तो नितिन जल्दी टाइम नहीं देता है, but Nitin, I'm thankful Nitin for you today. So you can ask him as much as possible.
So what's your pick for a read? Good read. Everyone should read a book.
See, if you ask me my choice of good books, then I'll obviously name books, the kind of books that I like to read. So I like to read kind of books by Deepak Chopra, or I recently read The New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, if you've heard of him, or I like to read on Zen. So that's my choice. So these are good books which as I was talking about practical spirituality, it's not about renouncing the world, but these books, they really help you to gain a good perspective in life, and know about what your priorities should be. So that's my pick. So read something about Zen, read the books by Eckhart Tolle, or even books by Alan Watts. So these are really good books. They give you good insight into life and your mind.
Yeah. So also one thing which if Damankar sir is there, yes, so he's still there. So I remember him. So he used to gift everyone over there whenever if anybody's birthday is there, or anybody is he want to share a gesture of thanking anyone, he used to give a book to read, which used to be inspirational or motivation. So I still remember, and I have a couple of books taken from him as well for this part, because he's a mentor for me. Okay. So I remember him because it's a good way, because you need to get that habit over there. But it's like always over there. So keep on reading. Niharika, good question on this front. And what I'll do is, since you are interested in reading, what I can do is I can share you a library which I have online reading. So you can use, and you can read as much as. Okay, I'll send it.
Yes.
I can recommend one book for everyone, that Transform Life by Dr. Vijay Deshmukh. He's a dental surgeon in Pune, but he switched over to these kind of writings. So it's a very beautiful book, Transform Life by Dr. Vijay Deshmukh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'll make a note of that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Sunita ma'am, please. You want to say something?
You're mute. You're mute, ma'am.
You're mute.
Ma'am, you're mute.
You're mute, ma'am.
Yeah, as Nitin pointed out, there's going to be a mixed model education type, and most of the lessons are going online. So as I now belong to the district literacy team, Rotary, so we are planning many webinars and seminars for parents to how to cope up with the online teaching to children, how they need to cooperate with them. Many students, they don't have the smartphones or the tab with them, and only one or two phones every family has. So it's a big problem actually. And then we are arranging webinars even for teachers, how to prepare the online lessons with all multimedia mixed. So we are going to organize to scale up their IT skills, and so many such things we are planning. And as Bhushan pointed out, many webinars, and this is the time that to make the most of the webinars that would like to attend and get the benefit of it.
Get the benefit.
It is a nice chance for us to develop our personality in different directions.
True. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Anybody else, or we are just about to wrap up the meeting? In case if you still want to ask something over there, otherwise we can just wrap up. That's okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you very much. We will have our next session on Saturday again with image consultant with us. So we'll share you the details. I'll send it to every one of you over. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nitin. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Bye. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Happy weekend. Thank you.
Happy
Enjoy.
weekend.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you.
Same with you.